Senate President Franklin Lon, President Fidel V. Ramos, President and now Mayor Joseph Ejercito Estrada, Secretary Maro, Secretary Ronald Llamas, Secretary Joel Villanueva, of course, the man of the hour, Dr. Alfonso C., Dr. Lucio Tan, the FFCCCII, Honorary Presidents, Mr. Tan Ching, Mr. Jimmy Tang, Dr. Robin C., Dr. John Tan, Dr. Alfonso Uy, Dr. Francis Chua, Mr. Vicente Yuen, Mr. Domingo Lee, Mr. Angel Ngu, members of the Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry, fellow workers in government, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Sa totoo lang po, pag humaharap ako sa inyo, may konti akong pressure. Noong pisano ko si Dr. Cecilio Pedro, na malapit ako yata maging pastor. Entrepreneur, parang ngayon pastor, tapos ang galing ho mag-declaim eh. Di ba? Ganda ng boses talaga. Malagay ko, pupunta na ho sa culture and arts si Dr. San Pedro shortly. Tapos, ang ating pong nagalang-galang ng presidente, si Dr. Alfonso C. Pag nakikita ko siya, maski gaano kalakas ang pakiramdam ko, parang feeling ko nanlalata ko. Kailangan ko yata makita for the first time, kailan siya na magiging parang lacking in energy. Seems to be always so full of energy. I was asking him if he's a stockholder of Red Bull or Republican. Okay. I'm not surprised to see plenty of familiar faces in the crowd tonight. After all, I was just with you for the signing of the Memorandum of Agreement between your federation and the local government of Leyte. Nevertheless, I made sure to be here tonight because I want to recognize and underscore your organization's profound impact, not just on the greater economy, but on the day-to-day lives of our countrymen. I know you do not like to call attention to yourselves, but the Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry deserves credit for your contributions for the public good. You were there to lend a helping hand when we set out to end our inherited backlog in classrooms back in 2010. Since we took office, you have donated around 1,360 classrooms, a large portion of which was for public schools. Your work has been a significant boost to our efforts, and it helped us finally end the backlog by December 2013. We even exceeded our target by 13 classrooms. On top of that, every year, you average 45 medical and dental missions in and around Metro Manila, treating around 800 patients for each one. I'm also told that for your 60th anniversary, you are funding the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority's Green Innovation Technology Center, which will be a hub for a number of our technical, vocational, and training programs. And perhaps I can share with you a piece of good news. TESDA, under the able leadership of Director General Joel Villanueva, has reached a new record. Their most recent batch of trainees for the semiconductor industry posted a 91% placement ratio. But of course, knowing Joel, a person who has tremendous drive, perhaps 99.99 will be in a few months' time. And of course, how can we forget your contributions in the wake of Typhoon Yolanda? Whether it is through the 500 housing units you are constructing in Palo, Leyte, or the 150 million pesos you raised for relief and rehabilitation efforts, you have eased the suffering of thousands of our countrymen, helping them along the path to recovery. For all these, allow me to reiterate my gratitude. Today, on your 60th anniversary, allow me to pose an even greater challenge for all of you. To take an even bigger part in nation building by truly investing in our people. Perhaps I can elaborate. Historically, Chinese Filipinos as an ethnic group have been widely acknowledged for their keen business sense. My suggestion is moving forward, perhaps we can work together and find channels through which you can share your business acumen with our countrymen. For instance, perhaps you can create apprenticeship programs through which aspiring Filipino entrepreneurs can learn from some of our country's most experienced business people. I encourage you to do this because such a program will expand the menu of options available for our people. It enables Filipinos to learn from their fellow Filipinos and rely on their innate creativity, skill, and work ethic to build businesses, directly create jobs, and contribute to their local economies. I'm also aware that many of you are large players in your respective industries. My invitation to all of you, try to involve more micro, small, and medium enterprises in the larger supply chain. Look at how Jollibee, under Mr. Tony Tangcactong, has made a difference in our local communities. They have committed to buy onions from small-scale farmers through the Farmer Entrepreneurship Program. Recently, they have even expanded their program to cover rice, bell peppers, and tomatoes in Quezon, Bukidnon, and Misamis Oriental. I'm confident that if any of you are willing to strengthen your commitment, you can do the same for your industries. The potential for growth is staggering. In 2011, MSMEs and large enterprises generated a total of 6.3 million jobs. Together, we can bring this figure up by seizing opportunities for growth that are just on the horizon. Without doubt, this would be good news for your companies as well. Success for our fellow Filipinos will mean an increase in their income, which necessarily means an increase in their buying power. This leads to more demand for your products and services, which prompts you to hire even more workers to match the demand. In short, such initiatives to equip our people with the wherewithal to mold their own destinies ripple across every sector of society. These spark a virtuous cycle of empowerment, opportunity, and inclusive economic growth. I ask you to consider this because above and beyond the economic benefits, such an initiative would cement your legacy as a group that truly uplifts our countrymen, and at the same time, takes a starring role in affirming the Philippines' stature as a formidable contender in the global marketplace. It is my hope that decades from now, organizations like yours will continue thinking of new ways to pursue our people's shared prosperity. After all, it is through such dedication from each of our citizens that our country will ultimately achieve its collective goal, a society where each person has a role in nation building, a country where no one is left behind, and a Philippines that stands as an example of how positive change is achieved. Thank you and congratulations on your 60th anniversary.